guys, my name is Lelasophia. I am an artist and fine jewelry designer. If you like contemporary fine jewelry, if you like luxury handbags, all things interiors, then I have some fun videos for you. You guys, it is time. It is time. It is the time of year, which I kind of didn't realize. Every single, or most of your favorite creators are going to be showcasing their entire luxury handbag collection. And so I'm no exception, and I'm just gonna go along with the pack here. Really, I had this top on my list because this is exactly the week that I did this video a year ago, and 2 years ago almost. I filmed this like right before moving last year, and so this is my first entire handbag collection video in my new home. I'm very grateful. I have my entire I have 2 bag cabinets, which I love so much. You guys know me. We're in for a lot of brown, yummy, chocolatey, beigey, very neutral bags, some random pops, and some hopefully fun pieces I cannot wait to share with you. But first and foremost, if you guys are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you in all of my future videos. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram at Lelasophia Jewelry. I put out videos every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and so I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. Okay, also, my biggest reason is because I am going to hold myself accountable. I just bought my last bag of the year and I'm going to make sure of it. Christmas doesn't count because, you know, it's that weekend between Christmas and New Year's, that doesn't count. Yeah, so this is me saying I am absolutely not allowed to buy anything again until Christmas. And so hold me to that, guys. And in very me fashion, I was like, oh, should I sit in front of both my bag cabinets and like do it as we go? But my name is Lelasophia and I'm a Virgo, you know, happens to have OCD, and so I keep a running list. My wish list at the top, and then my entire bag collection. I've done this for a long time, for a while, for a couple years, and yeah, it's in alphabetical order, so we're just gonna go in that in my little traditional way. And so starting off, this is gonna be the most random bag that kind of doesn't represent my collection, so it's kind of fun to start with this. It'll just be like the most me sea of bags from there. Oh yes, and before I show my very first bag, one disclaimer. There are some bags which I will link my vlog sale, and I always have my little vestiaire linked down below. There are some bags that I'm like, you know, in between, haven't sold yet. Some of the 1 or 2 bags from my vlog sale already sold. But if you know my collection and there are bags that you're like, oh my God, where did this go? I either already have sold it or it's currently on my vestiaire to be sold. And so check that out, message me, DM me, comment, whatever. Just so we're not confused here, because there are a couple bags that I'm like, why would I include them if I know I'm going to sell them? Anyway, PSA, because if they haven't already sold and if they don't sell by Christmas, I think I'm gonna do the My Teresa X Vestiaire Collective thing again and do like a bulk order so to have like a pretty decent credit. So we'll see what happens in the next couple months. Anyways, for the pieces that are not leaving my collection, at least yet, this, some people might say, is the most random bag of my collection, so it's so funny that alphabetically it happens to be first. This, ladies and gentlemen, my most classical evening bag from Benedetta Bruzziches. This is the Ursula bag. This is the original. There's an Ursula, it actually has like a little frillier of a name other than Ursula. It's something else. It's really cute. In the newer version, they just chopped off these little parts, which I'm very happy. I actually think it's really cool. So if you guys have that one, I'm not knocking it, but I really like the little extended parts. The irony is that you're gonna see the bag next. I was so obsessed with the bag that's up next in this list, and I couldn't find it anywhere. It's like a very, very, very rare bag, and this one was kind of my, okay, it's very similar. It's like a really cool bandana, but like kind of unknown. Nobody's gonna guess who this is unless you really know Benedetta Bruzziches. They had like 1 or 2, you know, like very popular styles a couple years ago, and this was like the most random one. I am plus sized, obviously. I have very large arms. This fits seamlessly on my arm. This was my 30th birthday evening bag. Not that I did anything very exciting, but nonetheless, I wore it on my 30th birthday almost exactly a year ago, a little over a year ago, and I just love her. You know, I don't really go to that many like evening events, but whenever I do, I'm pretty much covered. But the bag that you guys who know me, I do this. This is kind of my thing. Sometimes it doesn't end up working, or I see it in person, or something I like instantly fell in love with on the runway or in an image, and then I see it in person, I'm like, this one. Like from the very first image I saw, I started talking about it on my channel, and my gosh, thank you to The Real, because I found one. And I'm so grateful. This was like almost just a few months ago from Bottega Veneta. This is one of Mathieu Blazy's signature, in my opinion, and first designs for Bottega Veneta 2 years ago, exactly 2 years ago, almost a little bit under 2 years ago in the winter collection. This is the bandana foulard bag. I have two at least videos on my channel, but just to show you, it is literally the tiniest little bag. It's like mini Jody size, but I'm sorry, I am obsessed with this piece. This is one of my favorite bags I've ever bought. I didn't even know the brand when I saw the initial image, because it just was like a random campaign image that wasn't branded on Pinterest. And so that's how you know, because I'm already a Bottega girly. That would have sold me in 2 seconds, but I didn't even know who this was. And I said, add to cart. Like, I don't know when this is coming out. I don't know who's making this bag. I don't know what this is, but I will be needing this. And I'm so grateful to the little handbag gods who blessed me with this bag. It is technically a very dark green. You can even see on the inside, maybe even a little bit better. I just think this is one of the chicest bags, and you know me, I love an unknown kind of vibe. I'm so sorry that it's like barely even fitting in the camera. There we go. It is chic as anything. I think it is the coolest thing, and I love wearing her. It's like the perfect dinner or like even afternoon shopping situation. She elevates an outfit instantly. My Bottega collection I've downsized quite a bit. So the bags that are left, I love so much. And this one, I got this bag, I immediately said, oh, this is my favorite bag I've ever bought. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I think I found myself even more. I'm just on a continuous journey to keep finding myself. And so I don't know, I'm like anticipating this, but like the last year and a half, this was my favorite bag in my entire collection. And some people might argue that this is now already dated, but from Bottega Veneta, the chain pouch, this is why I say trends sometimes really can kill bags, because when I hold it up like that, I'm like, oh yeah, it does just look like the trend that everybody was obsessed with and so many dupes were made. But when I wear this, I'm like, no, Daniel Lee knew exactly what he was doing. I was a big, now, is this so cute? Is my Bottega collection now half Mathieu Blazy and half Daniel Lee? I think it might be, that's really adorable. Anyways, I was a Daniel Lee girly, okay? I did sell 2 of my pouches, maybe even 3. I sold 3. Yes, I sold my twist bag, I sold my mini pouch, and I sold my regular pouch. Excuse the airplane, New York City. Sorry, guys. I don't know if it's the color. We're in for a theme here, okay? We can see I love a cool toned, beigey, nude situation. Something about this bag, I was like, oh, I'm a minimal girly. We get it now, because now that I wasn't always, this is kind of the beginning of me finding myself, finding my voice, and she's just now like taken that and run with it, and I just have to thank this bag and the next one for really getting me into my current vibe, essentially. And one might say, this is my baby, okay? This one might say that this is the jewel of my entire collection. One, as in me and my friend Moon. You guys have already seen her, and so you already know, and you already know her thoughts on this bag. My Bottega Veneta medium sardine bag in the color fondant is that girl, okay? I don't care what anybody says about the sardine being a trending bag. I disagree, okay? I think it could have had a moment, but it really didn't. Like, I think this instantly became one of the chicest bags of all time. And maybe 2% of you might agree, I get it, but the medium size, when they did this, I said, done. My search is over for like the year before my 30th birthday. It's really just true. For the year before my 30th birthday, you know, I was looking, okay? You gotta know what's up. You gotta know I buy 99.9% of my pieces pre-loved. And so for my 30th birthday, I was like, Okay, we're gonna be treated to something new from store. There were a lot of pre-loved things that I thought about, including one that I did get, which is getting in, you know, in the H category, okay? Just to spoil anything for anybody who's new. But I knew I wanted something new, and they literally dropped this, like, amen. They dropped this, I swear, 2 months before I turned 30, and I said, done, I'm done. I wear the bejesus out of this bag. Really, she is that girl. The medium size is perfection. Yes, I'm obsessed with the chain one in the original size, but this is just me in a bag. Who agrees with me? And lastly, from Bottega Veneta, another bag that I would say, again, I feel very proud of my, especially as I was like bringing everything out, because I normally have them in their perfect ordered situations in my cabinet. I was like, you know what? You've done a good job. This year looks so much more me than last year. That looked so much more me than the year prior. And so I'm proud of myself, okay? This is the smaller size. Yes, the smallest size. There were 2 sizes, I believe, maybe 3, but I think 2 sizes of the Bottega Veneta by Daniel Lee shoulder pouch bag. This was my second Bottega bag in my collection 3 years ago that I got, and I, like, again, I'm just telling the tiniest of little stories. I think I have almost dedicated videos, or just many videos in my channel on most of these bags, or all of these bags. There's one of my favorite artists. And before, this was years ago, right when Daniel Lee started designing, and right when he came out with this, they came out with this in like the paper version, and one of my favorite artists got it and posted it, and I did not know who the designer was. I knew who Bottega Veneta was, but I didn't know that that bag in particular was by Bottega Veneta, and she posted it, and I said, this is the coolest bag I've ever seen in my life, and that was at least 4 or 5 years ago. And so when you know, you know. Okay, I was like future projecting what I wanted my collection to look like, and so a couple years after that, when these puppies got onto the pre-loved market, I got this puppy for $700. Okay, what a deal. I am so grateful for this bag, because I will say my original pouch I had gotten a couple months before. I have now sold that one. It was just in the wrong color. It was in the color almond, and the almond was very misleading. It was way pinker than what I would say almond would really be. This, I got this bag and I said, oh, I'm finding myself. I truly am finding myself. And then I proceeded to wear this almost every day. She is still just as obsessed as I was when I literally first got it. Pre-me rediscovering my love for Phoebe Philo, I fell in love with one Eddie Slimane, which is now, so sad to say, a post era of Céline, okay? He has been in the little Hall of Fame now of amazing designers who have made Céline so beautiful. There's one style that I think he just, I don't know, I think that he really did his thing. The Celine 16 bag in this yummy, I think it's called Dark Taupe. It might be called Safari. I can't remember, / I don't even know. This is an eBay purchase, which I am just a very particular kind of girl, okay? Because I got this almost exactly 2 years ago in the like very early winter, so almost exactly 2 years. And I am very particular, and even still to this day, actually they redid this color or something very similar to it, but they did it in the grained leather, and so I needed to find myself a smooth leather, cool toned, beigey, nudie brown bag. I know I'm insane, because they had a really nice yummy chocolate brown. We're getting into all the chocolate brown bags, okay? Don't worry, there's a lot. So I was like, let me not be insane. And then they had that like tawny, saddle-y color, and I was like, no, these just are not me. And then this popped up on eBay, and I just have to tell this story one more time, and then we're done. I swear, we're on to the rest of the Céline bags, but I will tell the story forever. There's a couple stories that are important, because I got a bag from the Row that I'm so grateful that I got. But I was so heavily debating between this and a bag that you will see at the end, okay? And I didn't regret getting the bag from the Row, because it is literally the rarest bag in my entire collection, and it's a jewel, and it's, again, the one that's tied for first. But something in me, like 2 months later, was like, darn, like, I don't want to give that one away. I don't want to sell that, but this one sold on eBay just at the same time when I bought my one from the Row, and I was a little like crushed, because it just was the perfect color, perfect size, perfect smooth leather that I love. And then someone returned it. And so I said, I don't even care. Most people would be like, why did somebody return the bag? It's because it has a gash in the back, okay? It's because it has a gigantic gash in the back. It's the most worn, one of the most worn bags in my collection. okay? It's fine. It still looks pretty good for what it is. Someone returned it. You have no, oh, see, exhibit A. You have no idea how quickly I pressed checkout, okay? This was a very special, I don't know. I just was like, this was a special bag for me in my collection, and so she's one that I will never sell, and she's one that I think I'll love for the rest of my life at any age. And then these next three, you know, are by Miss Phoebe Philo, the GOAT, the best of the best. Yeah, when I was a mere however old, in my early mid-20s, out here not being able to afford a $4,000 bag, thank God that these people, these amazing collectors have like very kindly let go of their bags for people like me who couldn't afford them when they actually came out. This is probably, yep, by far, this is one of the most, I'd say, iconic bags from the Phoebe Philo era. The ever glorious clasp bag, okay? I'm not going to lie. When my dear friend Ricky came on my channel, he was like, let me buy this from you right now. And I really, my mom, everybody has said, just keep it, okay? I got this for you don't even want to know how much I got this for. I got this for an insane price because she's very worn. Obviously the handle, you know, really needs some love. One day I'll spa her. The green is hard for me because I think green looks good on me, but with my outfits, I'm just a brown bag girl, and it's really hard for me to get out of my vibe, but she is a collector's piece, okay? Inspired by Mary, I can't even believe I've gotten this long in the video without mentioning you, my dear internet YouTube friend over here, Mary from Mary's Room, who I'm sure 99.99999% of you guys all know and love and watch every single video of. She has this in the beautiful red. Jamie at Luxe Petite has it in the brown, which of course, my heart, you know, did a little dance when she pulled that out. But I actually think this is so fun. She is literally a jewel, like the emerald in my collection, and I just really love her. For some reason, a lot of these bags, it's like jewelry, you know? Now that I've had my jewelry line. lelasophia jewelry is turning 5 years old in this spring, in like less than 6 months, okay? So now that I've been designing jewelry, I've really stopped collecting other designers' jewelry, which sounds really insane, but also baby Sophia would be very proud, so amen. And so instead of jewelry, for momentous occasions, I get myself handbags. And when I bought my apartment, I know this is insane because I just bought an apartment, but you know, when I bought it, I had a budget for like furniture and stuff, and I had an extra little pool money, and I was like, you know what? We need an apartment bag. We need I can't believe, amen, thank God, thank the universe, thank everybody, okay, for this beautiful new living space. And when I tell you now, every time I wear this bag, I think about it. My Céline eyelet bag is one, she was a bag that I didn't expect to love as much as I do. And I don't know why, because sometimes things don't translate as well on photos. Let's just be honest, okay? Product photography, I hate product photography because it's weird and people are like, I don't know what this, what? Like, what's the scale of this? She doesn't photograph as well, like on a blank page. And then the amazing people that I talk about all the time, which like, thank you guys for being just like the coolest internet humans. A couple of them, especially looks like Carrie, I think was the one who I was like, this bag looks so good on you. All your little museum dates and everything. And this bag came up for like, I think just about $1,000 or even maybe under on the Real the week I moved into my apartment, and I said, it's meant to be. And I got this bag, and for some, you know, I'm a pouch girly, okay? We've already seen my Bottegas. It's like, I just didn't expect it to be as slouchy and yummy as it is. And so this bag, like, it's very sentimental, as all of mine are, but something about it is just so timeless and so special. But the bag that I did know that I'd instantly love, I am so grateful that I found this year. This is essentially the sister, same collection, literally the 2018 Phoebe Philo for Céline collection. This is the first clutch in the color light camel. As soon as, oh, like, I'm so glad. I sold my Bottega Veneta pouch for this, which ironically Daniel Lee designed the pouch the year after in 2019, or even maybe it like was designed in 2018. Anyways, This released like the season before, and I already know how much I love pouches. I already know, I just don't know, something super minimal like this, I just know is so me. She again is just as perfect as the eyelet bag. It's essentially the same thing, except this one doesn't have a strap. But can we talk about how billowy, how yummy this is? It is, I have the dust bag in all of my bags. Like, it is the lady bag, but made for the 21st century, and honestly just made for me. Listen, I'm just not gonna lie, this is just so me. I think I would have to, I don't think that there's an outfit that I would ever wear that this bag wouldn't work with. This is now at least top 5, maybe even top 3 in my entire collection. She just, do we get the vibes? Like another bag that I'm like, this bag just looks like me, okay? Okay, we are on to my only Chanel bag, which I just saw. I scratched the bejesus out of this week. I don't know what I did, but this is my, I was about to say, no, it's not, because my Givenchy mini Pandora bag and my Gucci Dionysus have probably been the most worn bags in my entire life, but this is number 3. It might even be number 2. My vintage Chanel camera bag. I always keep the chain in because we get what a Chanel chain looks like, okay? It looks like this times 8. This is just the easiest bag of all time to wear. Again, doesn't matter any way, shape, or form, any color. I could never find an outfit that this doesn't go with. And honestly, this is going to be the most me statement, so I'm so sorry if you're new here and you don't know me and I'm just going to sound like such a horrible person, but this is my walking bag. This is sometimes my gym bag. This is my dog walk bag. I know, it's crazy. I have also worn this to like a random wedding that I went to, not a random wedding, a family friend's wedding. It was lovely, but to a wedding, you know what I'm saying? And she's my throw around bag, and that's insane, but I love her. This is new. I don't know what happened there. Anyways, she is scratched to the gods, okay? Look at the back. The first time I got water, like I drenched with my dog, of course, my poor baby, like 3 years ago in the city, and I was like, you know what? F it. It's mine, okay? We're just gonna throw it across the room and be totally cool with it. And ever since then, I can't put this bag down. It is one of my favorite bags that I've ever owned. And we know I'm not a Chanel girl. And still, that's how you know, because I can't tell a lie. Okay, I've said that I was never gonna sell this bag. And so I'm just putting it in here because I still am debating. And so this is the one, I think, that I'm not sure if I'm gonna sell or not, but I just love it so much. But I'm also like, I've only worn it twice. My little mini Dries Van Noten little orange, I believe faux lizard, but a really good faux lizard that I'm really convinced that it is actual lizard. This bag, I know people are gonna tell me not to sell. It has the beautiful little purple in it, so I'll just show it for 2 seconds because honestly, a year from now, you might not see her in my collection. However, it is just so cute, and she goes now with all my little orangey brown, kind of warmer tone brown bags. I do really love this bag, and there's now 3 Dries Van Noten bags that I have top of my list. My number 1 is the Dries Van Noten brown clasp bag, which I will not be buying until Christmas or after that, okay? But just know that that is on my top 3 of my next bags to buy, okay? Dries, a moment for Dries Van Noten. And we've made it to my number 1. One of the coolest bags I've ever gotten in my entire life, and you can already hear me drumming on her, okay, for all the Hermes fans. Here we go, my Mary Kate Olsen Hermes Kelly 32, vintage, obviously from 1987 in the retourné style. Everybody says either retourne or retourné, whatever. I don't know which one. I think it's retourné, but haven't taken French in like 15 years. So anyways, this is my vintage Kelly. Her name is Prince. I've only named 2 of my bags. She is the pride and joy of my entire collection. This summer, I went absolutely crazy and got a whole bunch of Pop Mart Skull Pandas because I think she's one of the coolest artists I've ever seen. This I bought, and I'm not gonna lie, this was gifted to me by my mother, the Hermes Vintage Elephant Cadena, which, fun fact, was the first cadena, whichever one that was ever made. And then there's been annual, or did they stop at a certain point? I don't know. There were like yearly, annual, little limited edition ones every year. I don't know if they were limited edition, but they were just special annual ones every year. And so this is the OG. And yeah, I went crazy. What I was going to say is that this was gifted to me even like 2 weeks before I even got my Kelly, because 6 months before I turned 30, I said, I'm getting a Kelly, okay? I am getting one, and it's happening, and I got it really far in advance, okay? Because I was too excited. The market was so good. I got this for a steal. This will never, ever, ever leave my collection. I forgot the last little charm, my little lelasophia jewelry, core collection, original bag charm, and then I literally just broke this off of a super cheap, dinky orchid that I have in my faux orchid arrangement that I have in my home. This I'm obsessed with. She will be passed down, God willing, to my great-grandchildren. Probably not, but hopefully somebody will appreciate her when I am no longer here, because she is the moment. And I think she will always be the moment. And yes, this is essentially the exact bag that Mary-Kate Olsen famously wore to the literal ground. How long was my little Porto pouch hanging like that? Oh gosh. I would be so annoyed if that was hanging like that the entire time. Anyways, hopefully it was just when I picked up my Kelly. But anyways, on to the next one. Behind the scenes moment. This bag I got myself for my birthday, so just a month and a half ago. A little mini vintage Judith Leiber. I don't know if this counts, but I'm counting it because I think it's adorable. And with all the bag charms that you already have seen / are about to see, this is the OG, okay? She is a bag with a pocket watch. God only knows how old this bag is, but again, she is my color and I simply had to have her because Exhibit A, another. This was my 31st birthday bag, which I have been wanting for years. Okay, yes, she is the mini version of the original Laura Piana extra pocket bag, and I am obsessed with her. Yes, she now has little bag charm moments, which, sorry, they're probably gonna stay on there forever. I'm obsessed. This is my vintage Donna Karan bracelet that I really do wear as a bracelet. And again, my little skull panda that, yes, I ordered because it was the only brown skull panda, I think, in existence. And I'm obsessed with this bag. Yes, it is teeny, 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 tiny. One day I will get a Birkin and hang her off the front. Insert what I literally, I've been wanting to do that since I got this bag. Not always, I'm not like that Oracle-esque, but insert this perfect example of somebody with a Margot who twisted a little mini Chanel over it. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do with this on a Birkin one day. But until then, like, who knew? I have worn this bag so many times already. I'm obsessed with it. It is the easiest thing to pick up and it just makes your outfit look so darn cute. And I don't need that much. Like, it's just perfect. It's literally just perfect. Watch the many videos I already have. And she's, again, only like 6 weeks old in my collection. For the now 3-piece, I'm still waiting to sell my vintage mini Papillon 22. So if anybody's interested, DM me, message me, whatever you need to do. But I've now whittled down my Louis Vuitton collection. Used to be bigger. Now it's 3 pieces and 1 piece of luggage. 1 piece, honestly, like, is a piece of luggage that I'll show right now, but I'll just go quickly because you guys have seen these. This is my little vintage Louis Vuitton mini Speedy HL. She's adorable. I was going to sell her. I decided not to. We already know the story. I put a lot of bag charms on her and I fell back in love. I have a strap. It's perfect. We love her. As is the case with, I'd say, a lot of handbag collectors in our little niche little corner of the internet, okay? I'd say most people's first designer, luxury, whatever, handbags was either a Louis Vuitton Neverfull or a Louis Vuitton Speedy. And so I am with the crowd on that one, okay? This was my, like, right before I turned 16. Insane, I know. Thank you, Mom. This was my 15th Christmas present. I don't even know. Insane. I say that every time. I know that this is, like, you know, there are more important things in the world, but these are just fun little things that get us through our days and make us really happy. This is the funniest instance because I said this when I had, like, my crazy bag charms phase in the summer, and now you'll see the next one, so you'll see the example of that. I go years without wearing this bag, and then I will wear this bag every single day. And now I literally wore this bag most days over the summer, and now I'm over it. Like, it's so funny. But I love her to pieces. Audrey Hepburn. Okay, need I say more? If you know, you know. And to show it from this angle to accommodate the bag charms, are they all straight? I don't even know. I didn't even know that this size existed until a year ago, and I said, let me find the cheapest one because I'm obsessed. Another example of me becoming literally obsessed, okay? I'm aware. I'm working on myself, okay? Actually, I have worked on myself. I've gotten much, much, much better, but I hunted to find the most beaten up, disgusting version of this bag that I could also just beat up and wear traveling, as I have done for the last almost year that I've had this. This vintage Louis Vuitton Speedy 35. We're obsessed. She's my travel bag. And yeah, exhibit A of me being absolutely, you know, down the rabbit hole, literally Alice in Wonderland of bag charms over this last summer. Yeah, Pop Mart, Skull Panda. You know what? Some of these are very coveted, okay? The Moth, a very coveted one. Labubu, very coveted. I'm totally joking, but I'm also not joking. So if you know, you know, again, but she's my travel bag for the literal rest of my life. There's not much to say about this adorable, adorable little vintage mini Prada bucket bag, but how cute is she? I talked about this when I got this. I literally saw a Pinterest image of this exact bag, but in like the maroony, purpley, really beautiful burgundy color from some amazing Pinterest person, and I get into a lot of trouble because of Pinterest. This I didn't know came in a brown, and I saw it, and this was one example where I get very, very obsessive for months, hunted several down, and paid a ridiculously cheap amount for it. I am obsessed with this bag. This is my evening and wedding bag for the rest of my life. And thank God, thank God this happened before I did my bag collection video, because if you haven't seen, even though a good portion, like a handful of these bags are from the Real Real, and I love the Real Real. I really, really, really do. Yes, pun intended, or whatever, repeat intended. But yes, what I thought was my Symmetry pochette ended up being fake. And so for the real Symmetry pochette, thank God I didn't put that, oh my God, thank God I got that right after my last year's bag collection video. For real this time, introducing my actual Symmetry pochette in the color Mink Suede. The saga of all sagas, okay? But you know what? I had a great experience. I couldn't speak more positively about the Real Real. They did their thing. They immediately refunded me anyways. I am so grateful. And Savette, like, mostly shout out to them, because I had no questions about the bag, which doesn't look good on me. It was a very, anyways, insane. And yeah, the clasp broke. And actually, the clasp broke because it wasn't real. Send it to Savette, and they told me, in fact, that that was a duplicate. And so now we have the real one. I love this bag. I have many videos on my channel, awkwardly, about how much I love this bag, but you know what? It was the same size, same shape, whatever. We get it. It's very similar, okay? So whatever. Hopefully I'm not like a crazy person, and that counts as me really loving the bag. It is so perfect, and you can tell the quality difference in this one. Like, I just wish you guys could reach through the screen. It is so yummy. Can we talk about this color? It's like greeny, mossy, browny, mushroom, between mushroom and moss. I will be wearing this forever. The clasp, it's just, I don't know. I was gonna say the clasp is so beautiful, the leather is so beautiful, but it's just a perfect, perfect, perfect bag. And I don't know. Of course, I'd take an Hermes Kelly pochette, but I would take an Hermes Kelly cut. Like, I don't need a pochette currently. I mean, let me not put that in the universe, because I would take one, but I'd rather have a cut and keep this if I were to only get like one other Hermes bag in my entire life. She is that good. My last one before the row, and so again, buckle up, because that is going to be a saga, but we already know, and so I'll hopefully go like a little bit quicker with, you know, through all of those bags. But before then, my other S bag is Simone Rocha. This was the kindest gift from my mother when we were at Essence in person. I don't know why I've said that story, but maybe I'm just really jealous that I don't have an Essence. That's probably why. I'm now realizing that. Anyways, Essence is amazing, and I really miss all of my favorite Barneys and Todo Cayo, so I'm jealous. Clearly, Essence is so great. And Simone Rocha, the way she just designs the most perfect, most beautiful, most unique. Okay, I just was watching a video with Offset doing like a style challenge, and he was like, Rick Owens, Raf Simons, and Simone Rocha, and I was like, yeah, she needs to be in everybody's mouths. This is so cute. This is a classic. I had to have one, and God willing, in every video I always say, God willing, amen, one day when someone decides to marry me, okay, this will be a part of my wedding. And if you've made it this far, I literally love you. You have no idea. Yep, we're in for the marathon of all marathons. This is my current entire collection of bags from the Row, again in alphabetical order. So starting out with none other than the 90s bag. Okay, this is the only other bag I've named. This is Penny, because she was too adorable not to have a name. And this is my last bag with bag charms, so you'll now be done with that. Thank you guys for participating in my bag charm craze. This bag, I'm not going to lie to you. The first couple years she was available, it was too trendy for me. And I was like, all right, we get it. Everybody has it. Even the amazing sales associate, who other people have said is so amazing. So shout out to Sandrine. I just said it in a horrible French accent, but you know, she was the coolest person of the coolest people. I'll mention her again. When I show my bag that I actually got from her, she showed me the 90s bag that she had on her wish list. And I was like, oh yeah, it is so cute. But like, oh, everybody has it. Everybody has it for a reason, Sophia. Everybody has it for a reason. And I didn't even figure that out until August. Okay, July, I can't remember when I got this. It is the cutest, most like I know, I get it. She's tiny. What? It is one of the most functional bags. And again, it sounds like I had more days than I did, but the summer I was really out here, okay? I really went outside my comfort zone, even if it was just to get coffee. I wore this many a time over the summer, and the bag charms just make it so cute. This is one, nope, you're gonna see, actually, ironically, people think the Row is just like all brown and black and beige. I'm about to show you the most unique collection of bags from the Row, because they are like the outliers and some of the most unique in my entire collection. I know that sounds antiquated, but keep watching, okay? Are we ready for this? Because yes, you can get just an insanely luxe, gorgeous brown bag from the Row that has, you know, been made of the most beautiful leather you've ever seen in your entire life. This is the Row Abbey bag. You guys who watched my entire channel last year, you know that I like, again, another one. I guess a lot of these, clearly, I have found my voice and I just became obsessed because I knew that, again, I could never think of an outfit that this wouldn't work with. It's simple, it's easy, yes, but it's chic and timeless. And I'm sorry, the reason why I've said this, and I thought I just sounded so insanely pretentious, but then like 3 or 4 of you agreed with me in our little conversations or DMs afterwards. I get it, this sounds insane, but just bear with me. The Row is the Row. Yes, it's so polarizing, and I've always loved them, so I don't really understand why people quite hate them, but I just have to say this before we go into my 9 other bags from the Row. Once you wear one, once you feel the quality, and this, I'm just saying this on this bag in particular because kind of like one of the best examples, once you wear a bag from the Row, it's kind of difficult to pick up another bag because you're like, why haven't I been getting what I've paid for times 1,000 my entire life? Meaning to say, these are some of the most insane, I'm sorry, these are the best quality bags I've ever worn. Please, you know, I'm not out here buying, you know, $12,000 Hermes Kellys from the store, you know, blue box Kellys and whatnot and all of these things and Birkins, and the one bag that I really do want is an Hermes Maximor bag. So, you know, one day I would love that, but I can't attest to new Hermes quality, but I can say that vintage Hermes quality and vintage Chanel quality, the Row, equally as good. I know everybody's gonna get annoyed by me or offended or whatnot, but I am just saying equally as good. Oh, just watch my video on my channel on this bag because this was the first bag from the Row that I fell in love with before I even knew what I liked or wanted or really knew what the Row was. I kind of did, but like I wasn't cool and I didn't know anything and I was in college. The Row Ascot bag has finally, this last month, entered my collection. Okay, not that I will ever touch the level of coolness that Zoe Kravitz is, but how Zoe Kravitz of me, okay? We know, we've seen my entire collection. Not a lot of color, not a lot of anything. And then of course I go for a velvet red Ascot bag. I knew I had to get a velvet one. I was searching for the perfect one for years. I let a couple go, and for some reason she's the perfect one. I swore to go, I promised you to go quicker, so I am, but essentially I don't need to say much because I just did an entire unboxing on this bag, and essentially just go watch that because I am over the moon and I could talk about her for 2 days. And then you do have to leave a little bit of room for magic because I know people are gonna be like, what? I've never seen this before. This is from the second bag collection that the Row Everett did in 2012. This is what I am calling the baguette bag. It comes with a strap and everything. Oh my gosh, they did these in exotics. You know that the Row loves their exotics. I have two. Yeah, I have two. I had to think about that. I've had three. I did sell one. And it is my goal in life to get, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it is my goal in life to get an alligator Sophia bag or Margot bag, but probably Sophia bag. They just, this is the perfect example. This and one more from their very first bag collection that I will show you that I've been hinting at weirdly. This is how you know that they will always stick to their mission statement. This is why I feel so confident about their new investors and them not ruining the Row and the Row not ever going anywhere in terms of quality or anything, because from literally over a decade ago, from their very first bag collection, when they didn't, you know, like, I would hope that they could imagine how iconic they would become, but this was from their early days. I've heard one interview when like they only had 9 people on their team. You know what I mean? Like they had such a small team. It was so, or like, I don't know, a handful of people, under 20 people on their team. And you just know that they just have been doing such amazing, cute little quality pieces. This is clearly their nod to the Hermes Kelly cut, as I just was saying. I love her so much. Yes, she's my, like the orangey browns, I always am like, they're not visually what I'm like drawn to the most. But this again, I think was only made in this color and then all like alligator or crocodile. And this came up from a stylist and I literally met the stylist in person that day. Like I was so upset, or 2 days after, I was so obsessed. And I just had to have her, and she's now hopefully like a forever collector's piece. And then the juxtaposition of one of their, not this exact collection that we're in currently, but from the fall 2024 collection, the Row small bindle bag. I literally was just thinking to myself, I want to wear this like all week. I love this bag to pieces. Just to say, again, I told you I'd keep it short and then I haven't been keeping it short, but everybody I've talked to who has bought this bag after, I mean, that just sounded like I'm bigging myself up, but after I bought this bag and showed it and really, really recommended it, the people that have bought it agreed that for some reason it's like a little bit of a slow burn. It comes in the packages totally flat, and so I'm saying this as a PSA. The packaging is so awkward on this bag. She's literally just one piece of leather sewn together in such a perfect, strategic, beautifully made way, but it comes flat, and I was like, oh my gosh. The second you put some life into, like quite literally put some life into this bag, wear it, put some things in it, stuff it, this is one of my favorite bags ever. I wore this on my birthday dinner to the boathouse, very cliche, but adorable of me, hopefully. I love this bag to pieces. Hello, she's perfect for fall. I really was debating getting the Sahara, and sometimes I look at it on the website. It's kind of that perfect that I'm not going to, because again, we're sticking to my promise. But you know, if someone were to just drop me by the Sahara version of this, I would gladly wear her. And so I can really thank my amazing client rep, sales associate, whatever you choose to be called, Sandrine at Essence in Montreal. Oh my goodness, this is the Row XL Dante bag. This is one of my biggest bags. And if you can't tell, the only black bag in my entire collection, this is exotic. I think I would imagine this is categorized as exotic. This is eel skin, which you will see one more. I think next, I have to look at my little list. I'm obsessed with this bag. This, I always say, and again, I have so many videos on my channel, so I won't talk for long, I swear. But this is me, like from age 13 to 24, okay? This is like edgy, cool. Yes, I live by myself in New York City now. Yes, I'm a musician. Yes, I'm out here. writing music and recording and, you know, thinking that I'm cool and going to Small's Jazz Club, and that's not edgy, but like I just thought it was cool. Okay, and so this is my, oh, I've realized that I should just be more toned down and chic and only wear brown and black, but this is my harkening back to my edgy New York City young self. Okay, I'm obsessed with her. The Dante bag, underrated. And Kendall Jenner just wore one of hers. Again, she probably has the craziest archival. Ooh, I would love to raid Kendall Jenner's closet. Whew. Anyways, she just wore this in a really beautiful, like very muted, I think the smaller size, very muted beige color. And so yeah, Kendall knows what's up. And for the bag that I've been randomly teasing that I didn't really mean to do, in my entire collection, I'd say this is not just this is the rarest bag, most hard to find. I've only ever found them in black. My mom bought one right after I did. I had to have this, and I was gonna say something else, and this is such a big statement. No, I'm not even gonna say this, but I will just say I am so happy that I got this, because I was gonna say this is like the bag that I'm the most grateful for pulling the trigger on, but all of them are, because it's adorable and I hopefully like them all enough to be representing them on my channel every day. Anyways, long story, very, very long. This is the Row Doctor bag from their very first bag collection in 2011. Again, just to clarify, the Row began in 2006. However, they did not release bags. They could have been designing them, but they did not release bags, to my knowledge, until 2011, unless my hunting and searching is wrong. I think that's correct. This, along with like some really iconic, one of their backpacks, some of the like vertical little cute little bags, this is the OG bag from the Row, and I am just honored to have her. It is literally, ironically, my best friend, who I'd say has very similar taste to me, but this bag, she was like, why do you have this? And I was like, you don't get what? Like, not that I was offended, I was like, am I the only one that sees the magic in this? This is quite literally a doctor bag, so I get it. I think she was like, it just feels a little medicinal, which I totally respect. But something about this, I just think it is one of the chicest things of all time. If we can't already tell, even though some of my bags are very Mary Kate coded, ironically, because I really let myself experiment with the Row. I know I'm rambling. I get it. I know. We're just going for it because I love this so much. I've always said, if you guys know my brother, you know what? Thank God I'm rambling, because if you are not following Quotidian Magazine, I should do an entire video. That would be so cute. Okay, my brother, Dylan Firestein, aka my best friend in the entire world, duh. We've done a couple videos together. He's been in vlogs, and then he moved. So that's why you haven't seen him. So, you know, just he'll be back eventually in a video. Anyways, my brother just launched a vintage resale platform. And so even by the very first photo, okay, on Quotidian Magazine's Instagram, you'll be like, oh my God, they're opposite. What? Most of my bags are very me. A lot of them are very Mary Kate coded from the Row, but I am an Ashley. Okay, my style is so akin to Ashley's, and even though she wore a black version of this, she wore this bag constantly for years and has busted it out recently. So just saying, I love this bag so much, if you can't already tell. This is another special moment. Oh, I just ruined it, but this is another special moment sparked by adorable a couple years ago, after the Row sample sale. Thank God for the internet, and like people were showing, as they do, showing off their purchases. And this, I said, hold the phone. I need one immediately, and I got one immediately. My first bag I ever got from the Row, the double circle bag in the largest size. This is my travel bag of all my travel bags, okay? My Louis Vuitton Vintage Speedy 35 and Keep All 45, and this will be my forever, girls, okay? Do we see the shade? Do we see the, consistency, hopefully, in my brain? This is one of the coolest bags. I will just say this so quickly because there's many videos on my channel on this. And again, we can see I feel like it looks consistent with my vibe. So there's not much to be said. I will just say in every single video, it is so cool when it's stuffed to the brim. It literally gets super wide. The base is like, this thing was so worn. It's pretty much, that's the base, but it's pretty much non-existent. But it's so cool that it's non-existent, because even the first few times that I started wearing this, I was like, oh, she's a vibe. Me and my two things rattling around the bottom of this bag will be jingle jangling in this bag forever. This is a forever in my collection. This is what made me fall in love with the Row. Get you a double circle bag, okay? I'm literally still obsessed to this day. And this is rare because I fall in love with most of my bags online because I'm an online kind of shopper, okay? And I am like analytical. Anyways, and in person, actually, I'll have to think about that, but this is like really one of the major bags in person that I said, oh my gosh, I think I need this. And a year later, I got this for Christmas. This was my Christmas present last year. This is the Everett bag in the gold eel skin. Can we talk about how I'm saying randomly go very Mary Kate coated for some weird reason? Like you saw the rest of my bags, and then for some weird reason for the Row, I just go a little crazy. And this is so Mary Kate. Like, what? It is one of the coolest bags. On first glance, it's just a tote bag, but like, can we just give a little quick shout out? Sorry, just another PSA. I know this video is literally an hour long, okay? We're already here, we're already hunkered down, hopefully. Can we just give some credit? There's so much to give the Row credit for. However, can we just give some credit to every designer and person and influencer and stylist and model? The list can go on and on and on and on. The Row changed the way we wear bags. Please correct me if that was some vintage cool collection did that before them, but carrying a bag slouched over like this in the crook of your armpit awkwardly, that just looks so cool. They did in their runway shows, and that sparked the whole thing with the Margot, sparked wearing a Margot, sparked wearing a Birkin under your little, at the base of the bag. Most people wouldn't barely even touch the base of their bags. Okay, I'm rambling now, I get this, but I'm just saying, this is the Row coated, okay? You wear her so randomly. It's made to be worn, like how they show the Margot. It's made to be worn in the very quintessential, coolest, yes, who even cares? This is an exotic bag, fold it over, whatever. I'm just saying, it's so the Row that literally they made this bag too slouch for you to carry it on the bottom. I get excited about the smallest things, clearly. This one I got almost like a little bit under a year ago, but almost exactly a year ago, right before Christmas for myself. This is the glove bag, another bag that I probably saw in person and was like, oh, what is she? This is the coolest little hand muffler. You're supposed to grab it from the top. I personally, because we know I love a pouch, I roll mine down into a little dumpling pouch situation. I genuinely love this bag. I don't know why the Row has gotten this like weird rep, is that because sometimes they, with the smoothest leathers, sometimes they literally use like untreated, untouched, non-waxed over, non-like plastic whatever stuff over their leathers, and so people are like, they scratch so easily, and I'm like, it's leather. It's like a saddle. Like, think of like true Italian leatherware. Anyways, French leatherware, European leatherware. This is my one exception of a smooth leather from the Row that is made to be scratch proof. And do we see my nails? My nails are natural, okay? Meaning, not to say that that matters, but they're sharp, okay? They're not like acrylics that won't actually scratch anything. They will scratch. And I can do this all day. And she's perfect. It is meant to be wrinkled. It's meant to be scrunched. Another example of just like, oh, I'm just going to the park. And that's honestly what I do, okay? My dog is the only person that sees most of these, and I know I just called her person, get over it. My dog is the only person who sees most of my bags, and you know what? That, as it should be. And so this is my take my little doggy to the park kind of bag, and it's so cute. It's so cute. It is the weirdest thing because it just kind of like, it's just so well made because there's like a pocket and you can fit your hand in there without being annoyed, but somehow your stuff will never fall out. I don't know, it's perfect. And I just love this little bag. One of the most underrated in my entire collection, if I do say so myself. I did not realize this. You can't, I couldn't make this up if I tried. But my last bag in my bag collection is my most recent. So how adorable is that? Genuinely did not know this, and that is so cute. So if you guys haven't already seen, I just did an entire unboxing, so I'm ruining it. If anybody is catching up on my videos, I'm really sorry, but I just couldn't help myself. I couldn't help myself. This is so me, and now you guys probably are like, oh yeah. So we're doing a whole arc, And we've come back just to me. This is the newest round 90s bag by the Row. So I have in my little unboxing video, I did a whole comparison of the original 90s to this 90s. So you get a little vibe. She's just so me for a long time, for like 6 weeks. I didn't get this bag. And I got the small bindle instead because I was like, how many more chocolate brown bags do I need? And then I realized she's even darker than all of my bags. Especially with wearing my Abby bag so much and my Laura Piana little mini bag so much. My Chanel bag, you've seen her. Okay, she's looking rough. Okay, she's the roughest bag in my entire collection. You've seen how much I wear these things, and I just... Last time I was there, like 2 weeks ago, I just surrendered. Okay, I just surrendered. I needed this bag. Again, entire full review. But so far, I'm obsessed. I figured it out. I knew that I was gonna be obsessed with this, obviously, before I bought it. I'm not out here just willy-nilly buying bags, but something about the strapping a little thicker, something about the strapping a little shorter, the profile of it. She fits a lot randomly, and I am just in love, if you can't already tell. And you guys, that has been the marathon, okay? The marathon that was my 2024 handbag collection. You guys, that's everything. Anything else, check it down in my vestiaire. If there's something that you're like, oh, but where did that go? It probably either sold or it's in my vestiaire right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. What I want to know, especially if you made it to the end of this video, I need you to comment a brown heart on my comment section. Please do that for me. That would be so fun. I've never asked anybody to do that, like a cute little emoji. So comment a brown heart if you've made it this far. And if you've made it this far and you're not already subscribed, I mean, I'm not gonna say I'd be hurt and offended, but you know, just make sure that you're subscribed, okay, and like this video. But more importantly, way more importantly, what's your favorite? And what is your favorite bag in your entire collection? Thank you guys so much for watching 2024. I'm excited for 2025. I think it's gonna be a really good year. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye, guys.